Dear friends, it's a pleasant welcome again to your favorite Christian morning show right here in Ghana. Sorry, na shrine, na waje so say wake up to a purposeful day. As I'm here so Anna Yedui. The segment is proudly sponsored by the Christian Service University. Yenyo munkrato na yentuaso. All right.
The Christian Service University, a fully chartered private university in Ghana, is inviting applications for admission. Undergraduate programs include BSc Nursing and Midwifery, Computer Science, Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration, BA Communication Studies, Planning and Social Development, and Theology with Administration. Postgraduate programs include MSc in Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, Corporate Planning and Governance. We have MA MPhil Communication Studies, MA Christian Ministry with Management, Event Management, MPhil English and Mathematics Education. With quality, faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, we blend academic work with entrepreneurial mindset in all our programs. For more information, please call 0246 275375, 0240 154825, or 0244 596603, or visit our website www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU is located at Odenaho Kwadaso on the Kumasi-Obuasi Road, 100 meters off Star Junction. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa.
And to make him better known. That's
Ajefo yema ye ho akwaba eba dwumadie so na yenije yeniso se Christian Service University egusu aso yemu. Over 50 years they have been training ministers, not just ministers but also other programs. Some they ababe to hot to say computer science, to say communication, to say all business courses. Remember, say you can even apply for a master's degree with the Christian Service University. Right, this morning we are happy to celebrate Methodism again on our show. And this morning we are having an up close with a certain gentleman I'm about to introduce. Now this gentleman I'm about to introduce is a native of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and is the son of the Reverend Matthew Ejwaka Bossman and Mama Matilda Oye Bossman. Now, this gentleman was a pupil at the Radiant Way Preparatory School in Accra and Chapel Hill Preparatory in Takoradi. And after graduating from the 𝗟𝗡𝗏 Presbyterian Middle Boys Boarding School, Amanfo, he enrolled at the Infant School where he obtained his GCE O level in 1978 and A level subsequently in 1980. Now, after his secondary education, this man was employed as a technical officer at the University of Ghana Agricultural Research Station, Okumening in Kede, after his protege, Joseph Atto Brown, Right Reverend, of course, a Methodist minister who was transferred from Okuapema Secondary School to Kede. Now, between the years of 1985 and 1988, he studied at the Trinity Theological Seminary, Legon, and upon recommendation of a minister, J.M. Donko, in 1988, he was commissioned as a probationer and ordained in 1990 at the Wesley Cathedral, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, where later in the years this man will be the diocesan bishop of that same diocese from which he was ordained. Now, he was ordained during the time of our father Kwesi Dixon, who was the president of conference between the years 1990 to 1997. Now, in the year 1989, he earned a bachelor's degree in the study of religions and psychology from the University of Ghana, and in 1993, he received his MPhil in New Testament. Now, for his ministerial career, he has been a minister in several parishes, prominent and notably right here in Accra is the Accra Red Church from the year 2003 to 2008. Now, during his career, he also served in several administrative positions of the Methodist Church. Specifically in the year 2012 to 2018, he was the diocesan bishop of the 𝗟𝗡𝗏 Diocese. Now, during the 10th biennial and 48th delegate conference, this man was elected as the new administrative bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana to succeed his current boss, the Most Reverend 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗏, who had been elevated to the rank of the presiding bishop. Well, he has not led a single life. For his personal life and his marital life, he is happily married to Mama 𝗟𝗜𝗍𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Kwabena Noel. Well, if you are wondering who this man is, dear friend, help me welcome your admin bishop and my admin bishop, the Right Reverend Michael Ejakwa Botsman. Osafo, it's good to have you this morning.
Nice being here. Nice being here.
How does it feel having a dossier being read about you?
Which you know nothing of.
Yes, when it wasn't
as a surprise.
Baby, I'm a country free, and yes, we are happy to have you here this morning.
Nice being here.
Right. See, I hire by a chair, so you want to greet one or two people, we can start that discussion.
Right. Good morning to all my viewers, especially to the presiding bishop, the Most Reverend Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and to my family, my wife and children, and all loved ones at the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Towers. May the peace of the Lord be with you all. May the favor of the Lord rest with you all throughout the day and throughout the week. God bless you.
God bless you and welcome again.
Thank you.
Papa, it's been almost 6 years since you became the admin bishop of the Methodist Church. Abrana, you didn't say so I will share so food. Did it ever cross your mind? So one day in your life you'll be among the top 3 hierarchy of the Great Methodist Church Ghana?
No, not at all, not at all. I was just in to do the work of the Lord, you know, and I even entered reluctantly.
Oh, okay. Tell us about that. Tell us a little about how you reluctantly entered into ministry.
Oh, well, that me papa first say me call me science. It was this form. It not first say me call medicine as usual. And I wanted to do veterinary medicine at the time.
Yeah, okay.
So we had some kind of altercation.
Did he have a link with the agric institution you worked in?
No,
okay.
No, not at all.
Okay, all right.
This was after his death, actually.
All right.
So before his death, we had some kind of discussion on this issue, and he was not very happy with me.
Okay.
You know. And so, out of anger, he said, unko ye doctor dia moi doctor na opeso okoye dia any mama unko theology school. Okay. Oh baby, but I mean I wasn't really interested in all that. So it was quite some time after his death that while staying with Bishop Atu Brown, I had quite a bit of opening to our Christian life and service to God and so on. And then later on with late Very Reverend J.M. Donko. He I was always involved in church activities, but I was not interested in going to ministry because of my father's ministry in the church. I wasn't too keen on.
Na enche da nyefesa, na nyefesa.
Attractive conditions there. You know, I wasn't really in for it. So quite a number of people were telling me, "Oh, so good this of but I was not there. And then this GM Donko and a few others. I mean, they really confronted me just like that. So one could do software, that kind of put me to thinking, you know, and then I started to reflect, and eventually I set myself some tasks to pray over it for a period, and I thought that God would speak to me and say, "I've called you," but that wasn't to me. I finished the period of reflection, and it wasn't like that. But God being so good, I felt that I needed to heed to the call of God, and I responded. And here am I.
Wow.
It never crossed my mind that
interesting. I mean, another remarkable pattern of your ministry has been when you were diocesan bishop of the 𝗟𝗡𝗏 diocese. What was your most challenging moment as the bishop of 𝗟𝗡𝗏?
Well, that's it. Going back to, well, I think that 𝗟𝗡𝗏 is an area you would see the economic life was not very prominent or high. People were doing petty trading and so on. So the greatest challenge we had was the kind of support that you have in terms of finances to do things. I had quite a number of ideas I wanted to implement, and I couldn't do that. I was sometimes frustrated, a little bit frustrated.
Financially.
Yes, because it was a very vast area. In fact, the terrain itself was so vast that
all the way to Mamekro.
Yes, to Donkokrom. Past Mamekro, Donkokrom.
Wow.
You know, and that was one of the challenges of manning a big area like that, almost eastern region, if you like, almost with the exception of portion of Oda and Akosombo area, you know.
Somanya area.
You know. So it was really a tough time trying to get your ideas implemented, but we're very determined that we would do it. So we had the help of God, and God sent people to support us. I'll give you one example.
Please.
Wanted to do farms, mango farms. The mango farms are still there. And so we acquired 140 acres of land in Mamekrobo. And whilst we're going there, I mean, people were discouraging us, saying that, "Oh, yeah, farms, farms." But one of the young people who really encouraged me was my diocesan treasurer. He says, "Also for now, Reverend Paul Ba."
Oh, Ba is my mate. Yes,
wow.
yes.
Oh,
we candidated together.
He really was a good man. He supported me all the way. He said, "Also for, I'll support you," and he did. And we're able to do that. We're able to even purchase a truck that will help us do the farming in Mamekrobo and so on, and quite a number of things. I mean,
interesting.
We're doing piggery in Mamekrobo. We're doing this mushroom in 𝗟𝗡𝗏. You know, just to ensure that we'll have enough financial basis on our own to build chapels for people. I mean, places where there were no chapels, and there were quite a number of places with no chapels. So one of the highlights was to get people around to contribute to help us build pavilions. So we started the project of getting funding to do pavilions for places where there were no chapels, and so it was
very interesting. So Anope, all members of the Methodist Church who are in 𝗟𝗡𝗏 diocese, Anope minimum say mu nyina mo hwe 𝗟𝗡𝗏 for mo hwe WTV pa Bishop as ochia mu nyina I say ochia mu nyina, especially our current diocesan bishop.
Wish them well.
Also, God bless you, and I feel also for Paul. also so Nyaminsha, so say you are a good person.
Oh yes.
Also, let's come to that 48th delegate conference. Abra, you say you were the admin bishop of the church. Second D.
That's right.
And also came with all its dynamics. And also, I won't go into the dynamics. Who is an administrative bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana?
Well, the administrative bishop of the church is the secretary of conference.
Okay.
In other words, he's the secretary to conference, he's the secretary to GPC, he's the secretary to expanded GPC, and he ensures that everything that is said at conference or GPC or expanded GPC is carried out in the diocese. So it's his duty or responsibility to ensure that the decisions taken at conference and all these other meetings are passed on to the dioceses so that they implement them, and also through the advisory teams, the directorates, they work on the resolutions and so on.
Okay.
So basically, that
is okay.
He's the chief organizer of the
chief organizer, chief scribe.
Yes, that's
all right. So bringing in conference, we want you to educate us a little bit. We have often said that the highest decision taking body of the Methodist Church Ghana is conference, and so
that's right.
and by extension, it is the governing body of the Methodist Church Ghana.
That's right.
Conference, no? Why any conference?
Conference, no? Yeah. Go for a shada. You won't say, "Ombesi nyina ya name." Conference ni ye method for nyina ni ye nipa ye be share because ye nyina into me nko a diba kum enkoye conference.
Okay.
Enti no ye won krofo a ye tu won se omundi anim na ye be share se conference.
The conference onye nipa ba ko. But the conference say conference ka so nipa ye report.
Ye nyina na ya dwen ya kabom. Enti nkofo a omoye members of conference ni bi ni the executive say presiding lay president, admin bishop, past immediate past presiding bishop, past presiding bishop, lay president, immediate past, and the past lay president, the bishops, all lay chairmen, all treasurers, all synod secretaries are part of the meeting. All general directors and directors of directorates, directors of general directorates, and directors of directorates are part. The chairman of the advisory teams, the general advisory teams, and the advisory teams are all part of it. So the chairman of the general directorates and chairman of the directorates advisory teams are all part of it. And then we have delegations also from the dioceses according to the conference. Every conference will determine how many people are to come from each of the dioceses, depending on quite a number of dynamics, like the size of the diocese, their financial abilities, all of the statistics, they are all taken into consideration, and then you are given a quota. For instance, Accra is giving 14, Kumasi is giving 14.
Okay.
But if you come to Koforidua, you are giving about 6. Or so other places 4.
And that is based on their financial strength?
Yes. It's not necessarily free. That's part of it.
Okay.
But you look at the statistics, the numbers involved, the number of circuits that are there, so that they'll be quite well represented.
Okay.
So we give you, say, 14 ministers and 14 lay from, say, Accra.
Okay. And these are supposed to come from the synod of that diocese?
Yes, from the synod of that diocese. So those people are to be elected at their synods.
Okay.
So we give you the quota, say 10. Then you are 10 ministers, 10 lay at your synod. You are to elect them at the synod and nowhere else, not standing committee, synod.
The synod, okay. Well, it also has its own dynamics, but I think we'll push on that. So within conference, we are also told that the conference shall consist of a representative session and a ministerial session. It's also something that confuses a lot of people.
Okay.
What is a representative session and what is a ministerial session? What goes into them?
Okay. Let's take the ministerial session first. there's a ministerial session because we have ministers, and we deal with issues concerning ministers, their welfare, discipline, and so on. All issues concerning ministry, for instance, candidature, ordination, and so on, probationers' work and supervision of it, and so on. All these are discussed at the ministerial session. So, especially when it comes to dealing with disciplinary issues and so on, welfare issues, some welfare issues, they are very sensitive. And because ministers are the shepherds or leaders in the church, it is important that we deal with this on
ministerial
basis so that we don't wash our dirty linen in public. If there's something that has to be done to a minister, we deal with it at the ministerial session. If we have to suspend somebody or sack somebody, we deal with it at the ministerial session. And if it's a matter of setting up a committee to counsel somebody or some people who are going out of line and so on, all this is discussed at the ministerial session. It will not be proper for us to be doing this in the open conference for everybody to hear that, hey, this is because we are also human beings like others, called to be, we do have weaknesses here and there, which has to be worked on.
And now, so for your bonny, I can. I use so
as a say, and yes, I saw him say, okay, and winter na ye ministerial session. Say, be yes, I man, you bet me account once ye near CC. Okay, now at Trinity be or ha, ya Trinity. Okay, and Sunday ya baba Jina nim say dear so any. That's the ministerial session for you. Okay, yeah, na be brave for the graduate. You almost say, so for a bonny and time to say ya can't think be a ye did not be Jina bedroom na ya cast so for says and ye na sorry my TV say yes so for crass on ye. No, and fair because we are now one can so what the was a mab one team will be TV.
To see us on social media,
the baby na I say I saw anything. The image of the church can be soiled by what we put out. Okay. In respect of some of the nuances that take place in our church, and every church has its own negatives, but you know. So ministerial session has to deal with these ministerial matters, candidature, probation. We really put them, we strike them out. Make sure that before you are accepted and when you are accepted, the kind of training you have to go through, 6 years of training, it's not easy. You are studying, we are testing you, we are making sure that you are going to be the right person to represent the church. You are an agent of the church, the way official of the church. Maybe a representative session, yes. Ministers nile yina ya boom na ye dream assurance ye dear so it's made up of both clergy and lay, all of us together in one session. That's the conference. That's the conference. The only difference is the ministerial session, which deals with ministerial matters separately from the rest of conference. And then when we come together as lay and clergy, that's conference. That's the real conference. That's it.
So please educate us here. So if ministers are meeting and it's called a ministerial session, do we also have a meeting of the lay that is also called a lay session? Is there something like that? Do we have a constitutional provision?
We have a lay meeting that has been scheduled. That is not say
a constitutional session.
Is not a constitutional session of conference. But you see, it has a history. When we go to conference, previously, the ministers report on Tuesday, and then we'll have our ministerial session before the representative session starts. It's been like that always. Now, when we have our ministerial session, the lay are not part, so they have to wait. And sometimes they will just be loitering around doing nothing. So it started, oh, if Osofo is going from, say, 𝗟𝗡𝗍𝗘, he can't go alone in the 𝗟𝗚𝗏 car or circuit car. He has to go with the delegates who are coming to cut down costs. But when they come, what did they do during the period when we are having ministerial session?
Okay.
They are not part of ministerial session. They are not ministers, so they are not part. What do they do? So they decide to have retreats and pray for conference, which was a very good thing. So with time, this evolved as a meeting of the lay whilst ministerial session was taking place to pray and have spiritual, they call it spirituality retreat or something for the period. Okay. And then later on it changed to a discussion of issues. Of course, it was natural that they also discuss issues that had come up.
Yes.
And so the church has accepted that we should have the lay meeting.
All right.
Whilst the ministerial session is taking place, so that they don't waste time just loitering about, but doing something more constructive and useful for the church.
Okay, so I mean, very good clarification, so that we won't assume that once there is ministerial session going on, there's also a lay session going. So it is a meeting that will meet as lay people to discuss matters to strengthen and also to pray for the entire conference. Yeah. So maybe this last one on conference, no lay person shall be a member of conference unless he is full member of the Methodist Church and has for a period of not less than 5 consecutive years immediately prior to his election been full member of the Methodist Church or of church within which the Methodist Church is in full communion, and if married has complied with the requirements of SO 742 subsection 3 clause C and D.
You're reading SO?
I'm reading SO 2. SO 3 subsection 2.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at why must somebody be a full member of the church before the person can attend conference?
Yeah. Well, I think that even biblically, the Bible says nobody can become a leader until he has passed through the initial stages of being nurtured up to a point. You know, you can't just bring anybody to become a leader of the church. You know, and at such conferences, you are looking at the leadership of the church coming together, or a delegation representing the people from the various dioceses. So it's important for us to set some rules and principles that for one to be a conference member, for instance, he must be a full member. You cannot be outside the church and still come and speak for the church. You must be a full member of the church. And it's very important.
Baptized, confirmed.
Yes, and where you are married, you must have gone through the rules as in 7 forces which you are reading. Is it 742? 742. 742, you know, to ensure that your marriage is blessed, at least blessed. You're not saying you have a wedding, but it must be blessed, you know, and it can be done during the customary marriage or in church or whatever.
Very interesting. I mean, the reason I asked the civil conference now, person me could be so young family, we should so be join us or and share that and it's not in good standing.
Exactly.
So now be our ransom.
Until no more trust or modi biaka hombra. I say wako conference and I be bisa. They say wa wiemu kakra. And to nim senya sorry jumatie nti can be also to me can be a chrewa dream my boa all
right. So for now clarify this for us now fe ye feel ho na ya ba unuma 6 years ye rade adomone boss most reverend aye expanded GPC be so show so conference is supposed to be biennial, but the year which conference does not take place, there's a certain expanded GPC. Even before that, there is GPC. Today, any GPC, any expanded GPC.
GPC, General Purposes Council. A council made up the executive and bishops, lay chairmen, synod secretaries, treasurers, and then the general directors. And some directors are also, in fact, all the directors are in attendance, except for a few who are also voting members of GPC. GPC acts in between conferences. If conference baako, I could see the next conference na the next expanded GPC no. GPC na bibia SSCA in the quarter no. Yebu hunkonta yesisi na yehwe se ne ebekọ yanim reports SSCA ayesa nkofo ye adwuma. Nti no adwuma amaye no mbebu hunkonta GPC na ehwe na a report to conference say ni. In between conference back on the other conference no which is biennial you were expanded GPC say be ya afi entwemu a yenhia say na yehia kwata no GPC ni hia March, July and November. 3 times in the year. You know, between one conference and the other, GPC share is reported to conference. You know, in the non-conference year, no, you expanded GPC. There's a GPC ya trim kakra di nipa kakra akahu. Amundu conference dodo ono die. Nanso and also yeah representation from diocese ni bi ebeka ho emaye to me edi nkomohwe adwuma ya what has been done in the past year. So now important issues be aba up in that expanded GPC no ye dia adwuma near reported to conference, the next conference. In the conference ebe koi ubonse report bi o ha aba we expanded GPC ebe say unity because wanna formally say report na ye gitum na ye in the meantime ye ntumi ntwen 2 years answer na adwuma bi o ha say ya we have to work throughout the year. And into your work expanded GPC is GPC membership expanded with some other delegates from the dioceses. And so and to say whole conference issue.
All right. So one of the issues that came up at the July GPC, which I believe is going to be forwarded to the conference, is agenda for official meetings.
Yes.
Pacho hoso so chiri mu kakra. Senka GPC agya to mu dia wa manzi be forwarded to conference again. Senka ye wie twanity.
Okay. Conference to mu say be ye review constitution no. Na the previous constitutions ni nyina ohwa na agenda for meetings ni ade nyina hye constitution mu. Na yes, ye be essence ye review constitution, ye be review the agenda for various directorates because this ya call directorates, ya call episcopal by no administrative structures no assessor kakra if boards about advisory teams. Inti na old yina na nkofo format no inti any strategic plan I was see you know and then any question be a strategic plan what is your strategic plan, what have you done about the strategic plan we a compilation of agenda a to new administrative structures na any strategic plan and so Asia and in Webrebia na echo enim. Into we no ya ho adwuma wie shebo se ye be yi enu afi agenda constitution say na be ya constitution ye nsa beka because na adwuma bebre we ho it has taken us quite a bit to work on this and even with this we still need to do some more corrections because areas be or how we say e bia na say the 1 or 2 things be eka ho na reflect strategic plan yi ape ni aye ho adwuma wi a ye pese conference ho adwuma ya ye no yen say ape na conference ebe gia tumu say ye mfa ye adwuma na emo ye ese conference ho adwuma ya ye no na so mo obibi ka wo ho a omaka no appoint say we yes correction yes correction fanka ho na ye mfa ye adwuma nti we eba beka constitution no as another booklet nyame aduma pese ye no a smaller version a obetumi akura handy na eka constitution baby a obeku bia no ukura tu no ye leaders meeting agenda wo ye quarterly meeting agenda wo ye synod wo ye conference meeting bia advisory teams meetings fee connection to diocese to circuit to society ye ni nyina that's why it took us quite a bit of time to look at every section of it and directorate by directorate by directorate.
Very interesting. Tina Ashefo Methodist for Moshe. All those who have asked questions on what appropriate questions do we ask when we go to our leaders meeting, society meeting, quarterly meeting, they call synod, cardiac conference, no. July GPC, ekruchi or mode conference, a conference in Shimuna, say +5 -5 bi muna ye be ya nti no na admin a church mu a ye de so now we know what questions we
cry no chese me choice but we no cry na ye job descriptions of people who hold offices near the nyina and what qualifications ni what we expect near the nyina na ye hu say and also ye who nti no and also ye more administrative nti no ye yifi we mu but we are still working on that also nti no me gidi say and also be ba echiri
and then the ntimi nya no conference
Debbie ye to me nya no conference
you a lot of work so for mpacho ye mra your 6 years yenum se asafo hene nkamfo ne ho na emu baabi aduru eduru baabi ana esi etimi point se mienu miensa enan de in your near 6 years of being admin bishop, what are the 3 things you can say we die mo de bekai sofo bossman?
Actually, who bisa question is as administrative bishop, no, who now leg work at the background for the presiding bishop. Into me aim in coming to the office, ne say presiding bishop no succeed. Until be BSSME, whatever has to be done to ensure that the plans or ideas of the presiding bishop to move the church forward is done. No? That is what I do. And his successes are my successes because me aim say if the presiding bishop fails, it means I have failed.
Yes.
Now we know that the presiding bishop has not failed, so I have not failed.
You have not. So 3 eclectic successes of both presiding bishop and admin.
Well, one of the things that is obvious is the Wesley Towers. We came at a time when this had been on the drawing board for many years, as far back as the 80s, early 80s. And for us to take the bold decision to go ahead and have a new head office was in itself something else. And then just when we decided, we were caught by COVID. So it was really difficult. We could have said, oh, let's hold on. But we decided to go, and one of the persons who really motivated us is His Lordship Justice 𝗟𝗏𝗡, always on us. We usra undi and so on. So we thank our brother Justice very much for encouraging us to go ahead in spite of say. That's one of the highlights. A new image of the church throughout. One of the things you had to do a lot of sacrifices.
We sorry organ obi anyone headquarters and head office AFS in year.
Agreed. And normally try, but when
you pay setters. Method is work of by. That's
one of the things, and a lot of sacrifice. I think that at this time, I say, na many general director for education, Nana, we were staying where we now have the towers.
Right behind here.
So we had to move, and all of us had to move to our homes and so on in order to create space for the internet. So put a few things together and move to your house, and sacrifice and to get this thing up there. Sleepless nights of the presiding bishop, and I mean finance was something else, but by the grace of God, with the help of 𝗟𝗏𝗃, you know, very Reverend Anthony 𝗟𝗏𝗃,
he's watching right now.
I think with his ingenuity, we're able to manage our head office expenses, say that we'll save a little on the side over the years, and that gave us some cushion to start on our own, you know, with about 22 or 23 million of our own money.
Okay.
You know, and that's one of the highlights.
Yeah. But also, before
one,
you go to the other, what will you say about some members who think say the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Tower has become an albatross on our necks? It's say we didn't think say near Basamba be 𝗟𝗏𝗘 fufrubi, but you say the Quarcoo say aye sikebi edahwa yentimi entua enchirima ebaba betua.
Oh yeah. Say ubana behwe senior towers netia. What best?
Okay.
In Kofo Bibria, they have not seen what we have here and have not assessed the value of what we have put here. Well, going forward, looking ahead, this building is going to be a cash cow for the church, because in future, and Kofo if you are renting the place.
Okay.
Producer,
please show us some pictures of the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Towers. Abra so for say so that already it is on the background, but yenya emfonina said the be a manfo a omuhu dying for the first time. Can appreciate what the bishop is talking about. We'll be very glad. So much to us.
O share nima ubehu say sanke yetu ekawia anka fe na nkofo renti place auditorium here for renters, ye wo syndicate rooms for renters, ye wo chapel you register for weddings and so on and so forth. You wo space wo for receptions. Near there.
For ye ka say sofu penyi sofu pon ka say nyina na mo hwe 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Towers say the whole Ghana sorry be anyway see head office a chen ye de no kra na o hwe abra sofu e kasa sofu mpa
intino sisia na ye ho kire na so ade aye ne de obi obeka se ya de bone na ono so wanji ade ankwa kire kra wow because ese o sisi asem ni yie ansa na watumi aka se ya se sika na se ya ankoni yie ana ye albatross so enti ye try say ye be mobilize ye ho na nka ye nyina ebi no ante ase papa enti mobilization no 30% penny etumi out of the target no enti no as at June, July, me entumi entua ma interest abetoso 7 million ye chiri senka senye obia you don't say no 50% na ye say ye free harvest yes no ye the 100% beba ni nyina once ye ntua mfi ho anka fi January kosi May no 7 million ambe kan ye sika no would have finished paying na fi ye hwe anim how to recoup and move forward. Sa building be boye maye tumi aye so many other projects because sika be fi mamba no se eni kabia we ye chi a eno abi na edikosi chapels ni masses ni schools ni niema bebre hospitals ni ade aye nyina enti no sa na make can say is one of the good things that we have
you have done.
The other one will be the discipleship team in the past 5 years has helped us to focus on discipleship. Ma yehu say the DNA of Methodism na eya yerebi sa no say yanka say asempatre efo ye dwuma ne say ye kwakɔhwehwɛ kɔfo an wayira ne ye do wa befi ne ya tete won no so wanyi no kɔfa afoforo na ama enye say numbers keke ne ye ne mo ye hwɛ enkrɔfo a ombehu Awurade more so na ye niema bebre a ye di discipleship na to nkyɛn nti the focus on the team, the discipleship has helped us to see say you were seen to be bria we are working on there's a lot of improvement in the system. Class meetings baby o say afi de ekoso ya conference mpagia to mu say yema leaders, class leaders in discipleship training course ni bi so that they will be better equipped to handle the classes. If say near MI classes ni good ni say we don't have very good leaders and are capable leaders on be to me abuati think for so many were so matete fufro. Into this discipleship thing is something that really must count. As I say, etwaso. As I say, cause menka say ye team no die discipleship. Then when you make say now it is part of the church. Into say remain as part of church activities everywhere. That's one other thing I made to me.
And maybe the last one on the achievements.
Oh well, I think say never be brain. Of course, but the hospitals and
infrastructure projects,
infrastructure projects. I also to say in clinics quite a number. This is about 24 hospitals and clinics are the latest being Tefrawaso hospital now Bueno and other so many dioceses. So say you buy na Northern Accra, you be inaugurated. The process had been in place and sana you be inaugurated Northern Accra. That's who North America inaugurate North America and so you go so see one in Kumasi North and so eba on board. When we expansion in the church that has taken place, and expansion, you can't just get up and say we are creating another dance just for the sake of creating. It's because expansion is taking place. Discipleship and evangelism is going on. You encourage and then team motto back when they say one church raise one church in a year, every circuit.
One circuit, one see.
Oh, and we are part of the expansion. Driven by the strategic plan, which came into force.
Which is also one of your achievements.
Yes. Oh yes. Because and also has given us opening into what has to be done and how we should do it. And Amaya Humpo said the previous strategic plan, no, the seemed to be brave. It be not that it wasn't a good plan, but it seemed to be brave. Even our monetary evaluation then was very poor. We we must do that. We must work on that aspect of it, and it has helped us to focus
on
focus. Youth, young people ministry. Now our eyes are on it.
Also, I think one of the things that will go into our history books is the establishment of WTV.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
WTV.
That was the first year. And can say Bama Jumkra Sana Maka WTV.
And no me say one can.
Oh yes. And apart from there are so many things that have happened, like the book of resolutions. It was during this period now, you can say instead of tidbits, let's have a book of resolutions. Into your decisions are tabulated. Into your who say you don't have to do tidbits in addition to a book of resolution, because the book of resolutions captures all the major in fact all the decisions that we take directorate after directorate at conference.
Thank you so much. Say ye tro abako semwa ye say Sofo Bossman and ye secretary ma conference ene ninua penny Osofo Boafo no ye presiding bishop so abreso and I sorry national the most watched Christian morning show
all in Ghana. The world.
And this will go into the history book, and we are so proud of ourselves.
We are also proud of you.
Thank you.
You are doing very well. Excellent job. In fact, we are so happy. We are happy that things are going the way they are going. More ideas. More fire.
Fire. That's it. So well. So for clear this one, and then we can be getting closer. What goes into stationing? Sometimes ministers, some things say, hey, I'm penny for favorite to where the not to her. What is it that goes into stationing of a Methodist minister?
A lot of things go into stationing. The first principle is that we send people to where we think they are most needed. Year after year. And in the course of doing that, we consider so many other things. And the Vincent Adzika, very reverend, call WTV. Ye nefi tema edina ko WTV anase Methodist University anache say ye here obi or ye qualified to say no ne caliber of a ye here wo Methodist University nti onko Methodist University ye yi ni fitema hope na hwa dampan na ye se ye pe obi fuforo nso question anemu e wa ha sa na stationing eti nti na afi bia e ba so no cause nipa ba ko pe hu ka na aka nipa be nti afi bia ye na afi nso ye ministry ni itinerant ministry nti ye ma nipa entra fako afi bia no te wasa ensuo ta fako a ebon nti no say ye itinerant ministry no a gifts of God to us. It's a blessing. Say untra fakwa forever. Utra kakra na ukwa hakakra na ukwa hakakra baby a here asori here now going to this principle behind the back on say say nipa no kwache wo faako nti no wedi break akra ye yi ni nko baby fo ebi so fele so ma wo baby ache I say yenya obi sa ye be yi no because we are on the lookout for sick people. Okay, sometimes you don't know or you can't determine your doors. Can't determine everybody say akwa we did 10 years wa ha akwa we unless say be a template be a that's between my feedback. They will say nipa we say bishop's name boy say nipa we watch wa ha we did more than 10 years. Me feel say your money change in their proposal no they will indicate because proposal your much reasons why they are moving people. So in a be medical reasons obi o ha na yare bia kire no nurse say ye ni fi baby o wo no de ne ben baby a obinya hospital facility in Temtem ebi o ha na say ye de ne bank crying necessarily because so call your friend kidney dialysis ewo Kolebu anase okonfanochi nti ye hwe sa ne ma obi so wo ha eye adwuma ne yire ye se ne yire ye adwuma na obi ne yire ye the director of the blood bank wo Kolebu such a person no untumi nka se wo de ne ko se hwebekwai na ne yire atena Kolebu because oye essential job wa ha internet say ye de ni kunu ebe no na aware enso ye nguno so nti ye hwe mu nyina adwuma o yere bi wo ha na ye nim nti bi wo ha ye nim circumstances na nti ne ye first draft ne second draft and first draft no gives an idea of what we are trying to do na fe eno de responses bi abase SMS na nse obi aba ye de ne ko ekirikiri say we quite actually baby near who say medical condition here then so when say you do because baby just to punish the person no not at all in fact no dear one there that's be difficult areas and are very challenging areas socially financially challenging areas inti baby to say tamale and only the first a year and nim say a challenging area uko ho na obehu say and indeed a challenging area omoye petty trading near there farming near there and uko other downs say ye ka kofodia and koko Afran place uko say ribekwa enchi area takwa enchi hold voter yes baby or cry and ye buy one of the achievements is say ye to me akọ savannah akọ sorry akọ bia sorry akọ oti region na ya Malay movement council juma so mo si chapel my oti region any savannah region my ma currently presidency ya man assignment on in the Lay movement council Sunday ye ko na Rugu akọ bia sorry down into when we nyina ye part of ye asori ye no say na eti I determine na enkofo ye do ko baby e dia na ofo say punishment but we have never deliberately punished anybody no ebia in the past no people had that perception because ebia na incident this year and no echi following that incident no ye didn't call baby intina wafane say punishment intina ye didn't call people had their own right to judge that but as far as the recent past dear I don't think say process anti more brace only up to sabri about to abedu sabri me ngidi say ya deliberate say akoye yemfa nkoto a
okay
or ye bad boy yemfa nkoto no
okay
it has never crossed our mind.
It is so for be feel say ha matna ha che na bia metimi abad me office na be din komo na ba bia me health condition metimi abad me ho na be din komo.
Yeah, well, chain of command in the church. It is we also for baby. No super any bishop. Eko din komo so super ma kwan kra. Obetuma ko bishop wo ni na ko din komo na bishop we taking notes. Bishop nso betumi ne preside din komo on your behalf.
Okay.
Obetumi ne colleague bishop e din komo on your behalf. So minue say ni ntino opese ye de ne bahasi na unya health healthcare anase akakakra na okofie ni fie wieye nti obeya na watumi de awie ansa na wakosupanuation no ni nuaka ana wabo preside amane then and munyina aka stationing thinking no
okay
so
all right so for ne cra ye de ne abie phone line tem say o mani bebre gina phone nature on so mbisa wonsam conference 2024 baso ewo Kumase. What is our expectation? Another program and do an in-depth preview of the conference, but Kumase 2024. What is our expectation? Dear Nasafuni na no yenhwehwe ne yemfu yeninto so.
Okay. Say enran kwa me committee arrangement committee conference arrangement committee to delegation ko Kumase ko share one who see senior nema ete say be ya ombetumi host conference yi afi ofa conference adia obia hwe nim say obvious but not stated and they say yem presiding bishop ewie ne 6 years inti no ye koyi ni pafofra obedi anim ka as for administrative bishop no and also constitution ma ho kwan say GPC na yi inti no the last GPC ni yaye ema obie nim say very reverend Dr. Mpere China ye ni e de conference na conference afuaso
eno na ebisa zade na mo friend nominee and not elected
senior constitution can sapepepe ne can ya nominating from GPC because enye ne appointed conference na appointed and our constitution so ma ho kwan say obi betumi object or raise motion nti no eno me nka eno details no because when ka ebia na ma say obi atwa
okay yam fanto
eno yam fanto nche nti conference na kwakwa appointing nipa na GPC eyi no into a conference decision. Into a friend nominee. All things being equal, no. Conference will approve and appoint the person. But the highlight here, the presiding bishop, who will be our next presiding bishop. And nona yes stress ubia mo humpaye because a very important leadership is key. Intino say yenya obia obetume aboa yakoye nima ebe ha adwen say ye bomodin say ye be bompaye wo ho. That's what is important. The most important thing. As for petty squabbling and ye can conform is very very unchristian. Very very unchristian. Intino ye hear ne say enkofa adwene enko onyankopon say God choose for us whom you want to lead us at this time. So and yes say you be say we better than we no. It is God's choice. It be an anipano or somewhere. It is a mina yes somewhere go here yes say we onyankopon say no any way. Comforting say we onyankopon say any way. We will be surprised by who God will choose. But ye mompaye na unyankopon ankasa mfanto yakoma so na enye the will of God. That is what is most important.
Amen. Inti osofo bossman say ye mompaye na unyankopon ankasa enyi okandifo no ma obi amfampaye bo ye be phone line 0256253461 0538350625. I have my first caller on the line. Minia, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Asha, what's on baby mo? Morning. Aye, and some the Gususha Kofo the other house assassin to him also for bossman pa. Okay.
The soft bossman pa park. Mr. Soft crisis.
Yeah,
this is.
Mr. P. We're riding. Soft penny. And I sent the Kakran for Margaret if I met at this conference. Sir, we shall throw some no Matthew 15 no honor. Send the water. I live in at so. I saw no. Nipan she said no. Nipan she said no. In the end of the door. And now we share Joshua 1:18 and super. Nyanka yene radi nyankopon de to white kokro. Eka yedina enoso dodoa emwaye. If you say, we say addition of the conference, and say.
Okay. All right, Ashanti. I think your point is made. Opache say, she share no doors or dodo, she share no doors or so for be chiri mu atre. Yenko say she be kwa do before.
Yes, Papa.
You on there, Etonka.
Papa, me bo abasona, mabo admin so abafona pay. We be method for and me so my friend, mu bi atinyama begra. And since we get a try ministerial cleaning. So the admin akan baby more than Kakra. The man here have more dancing baby. The method from no baby on my war. I get your moon or home, that's your home. You can just say ministerial cleaning, the man branch or more than. And for baby, I heard you to consider the pipe. I was a quite bad 2-3 times. You hear Rantia or more than your terrain near DMT. Now, my boy, any baby more terrain difficult.
All right. Yo. Yeah, that's it. I think that your point is made. Admi Ajo. To Yanko Philo, Kumase Ahojo. Philo? Yeah, they say Philo. Yo, yeah, that's.
I see you.
Oh, I see you. Oh, you're here.
Yeah, boy, and Papa boy for any team in our battle. Oh, my, dear, need you my power, Mati, and the Kakran and Nancy Betchia. Papa, my this ready, I may say, because let's set our conference room in Nim. Minimum or maybe.
Yo, sofo be anza ochrochro ni nyina yenko ho akushika.
Good morning.
Morning.
Power show mo ye die.
Ye ho ye that's.
Yes. That was so apenya mo dia mami. I'm a board presiding any admin about so. That was it. Show my son say. Yeah, there's also for hard areas, to deciding that to be our baby, your friend is harder. And she said, Ben, I saw the woman or someone, and some say, oh, I saw this a danny and no more challenges. And she said, Ben, I saw what at the wall of one I had enough for one.
All right. You, yeah, that's young call a crop on Fifi.
Yes, Sofo.
Yet you.
Sofo, you check.
Oh, Fifi free so say Fifi credit in this Fifi san free be load credit no sign. Producer, do I have another person on the line? If not, admin. You admin Pacho, wait me answer questions.
Okay. First one, or see too many man-made arrangements. I saw no ekwe nim no na yetre. Enti no as I say yetutu ye niema yie. Na anyesa niema enso nkoyie. Niye ye no aye kas man-made eyini nyina. Ye bom pa enso taitre. Se nyame won kronkron emfam na on fancy asori no ti that's
am for say method is ye penkrata ansam dodo ye chro nkrata dodo
no na boa ye ne orderly
okay
methodical
okay
well say ye be ya ye yes and many churches envy us because on person musua nkofo e person munya ye constitution on bisa on person hu ne ye conference kra nkofo be fa ye agenda e ko steady e momo e bin kra implement decisions we have taken
in our conference
in their churches.
Okay,
well, people are using our material WBL hymn books, they are using them in their churches. Into no your man-made arrangements are a guiding a beboyema ya purposeful nemo ye believe in so ne say onyankopon e kan ye ho se be ya sa man-made unyame ne penso be dedi ewom. That is the most important aspect of the man-made arrangements na ye.
Okay, so for your course living count of and why ye be amra mo anza question ni nyina because na ye nya we ye ni mu da be say ye kokofo dua bi Lawrence Asino na.
Yes.
Hello Lawrence Asino ni. Yo Lawrence yetio.
Ayo no one.
Yo kasa.
Lawrence Asino.
Yo kasa
koso.
So penny Botman ebana tenjiana.
Ye joso.
TV no dum TV na say lower volume ne kra ye nya feedback pa anti dum na lower ne kasa wo phone nim.
Yo enti so for penny mi tiawa.
Joso.
Na so for Ejuma and he is a very good man. I mean shira pa.
Yo me da say.
Na kakra meka ye Wesley answer no. Yes, it's a very good editing. Now 50% ne fa Bola society no king then papa. Though we know that and you're betting at a simon kakran because it was very difficult to disclose the 50% of the harvest productivity members. But if our friend is what we do show the detail of the editing to the members.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So well noted. Also for be anza 50%. No yanko ekropon fifi. Hello, Fee.
Hello,
Yo.
So, kakra me pese meka ana pese yankopon nhyiram ne edumaden a mobo de bo Methodist asafo.
Amen.
Na emom no afa we say tower no de ohaw kese pa beto yenene circuit enketwa na ye wo baby a ase ho isusu abo nti fe mo oba mo aden a atete iska no so ama ye na akoyi ama ye anka eye afenso no me fa akwan yo so po administrative bishop and presiding bishop and na sofo akan na wo sofo wa so ka ho bi abaso yo mo de we say television ababo abi
yeah that's it yeah that's it kwabna kwaten. Hello, Kwabna Kwatin, you're on air, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Kwabna Kwatin from
Efijasi, yes.
Because we are bumping for about some part of my administration. Now, many dear made service say, tell the air with the answer, it has not been easy for us. As far as you know, an amount of money at this time would be, sir. Near people down to almost the society is a deprived now. I saw that more so that at least almost they are also enjoying a solid.
All right.
Because they say okay, that's over 50% in Mra. For some time now.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I think so. Be a bizarre question, inti. So for producer, do we go to pick up? All right, let's go to the central region. Bright. Bright, lower your volume on your TV set.
Hello.
Bright, lower volume. No, yes, lower volume. No.
Hello.
Bright.
Hello.
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 Hello. All right.
Yeah, so Christ has some income.
And council.
Yeah, the radiation ejumapa moye. Me person ka ye presiding bishop, new presiding bishop wo person wo vary for presiding bishop no. Me person ye hu ndi ni yedim paibo eta weti. Se le be ya nyankopon ankasa be yi okendifudi ama Methodist Ghana.
Yo, yate, ye baby sasofo na what the am so wodi bi e woni trimu say presiding bishop for ye ba be yi wo mu se sofo wodi bi a ye be man de ni nyina atudwa a mayen se enye sa so dia alright ye mpeke Hammond
Yes.
Hammond wo nungwa
Baja.
Yo kasa yetio
But the point I'm admin bishop. And I'm going to pass on a Juma Dane, the body more, we know for the Kakra. But the Messia, more after not check the believe it out with a popular, but I saw to be there to do for the who's a young man, I don't you put to cover the who was a rapper who was ya do kwa wa ko mi wo asubwe nice guy admin said ya sorry be the mission houses na je but the more by number to the aboa can so link to get na wo crash a up brand more by e be to the aboa as financial as methods for. That's it.
All right, yeah, that's it. So our last caller will be Akos una ucha to cry na fe.
Hello, Papa.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Papa, nyamisha muni mwedi mapa moye.
Amen.
Mama yenso Methodist for ye hinte ye wadoye. Anope bia ye chilimu ma. Ba na pay metie papa bebre. Nyamisha no pa. Dadi ame pesa mbibisa papa ne se. Methodist ashori. Omu se ya shofo na titro no. Obi wo ha wo shori a ye de ne penin nam. Enkronke tuwa mu ne mprasi saa adena sebata na yemfa ye transfer na yemfa no nso nko ekuro mu bi so hu no no nso onko enjoy kakra because obi wo ha otumi ne nam mprasi a kosisi obeye penina ko pensin enti ano nso ya ade a edam akoma so me Methodist ni na ha me kakra se enti anoplay papa ka se mu no ubita no e wo ta se mi hu nti and then I'm a person so yes because I saw be to say Methodist Pentecost omo kwa soro ho a no omo kwa bra at long last near do ma be
abakroma be di da yo ye da se sofo be chirechirem sofo be chirechirem ye da se yeah. Okay, producer, I can hear the phones beep. Do we still have some more callers? Okay, I'm out for free. But said you wouldn't be say Ebema admin bishop and the questions in our mind. So
okay. Ma yemfa Wesley Towers. Nia obisa say conference room or ampa conference room or okay. Your auditorium can say to me for nipa 500 cra at a time. And your syndicate room nso a wo ho a ye betumi afa nipa bebre be 50 cra ko 80 ewo syndicate rooms no etumi chemie no kra ma two conferences etumi take place ewo honma ena floor bia ye Methodist for ya transfer ye wo committee room and also available say nkrofo pese omo be ye meeting bi ewo ho na syndicate rooms na ye ma ye wo other areas communication publication directorate so SCSA ye betumi de aye meetings ahoro yebe cover oni ade nyina ewo ho enti na fa Wesley Towers ne de yewo dan bebre ewo ho a ebi conference rooms ne ye friend syndicate room isan say yebetuma meetings mienu ahoro mienu ewo safa kona mana yiye na nia omaka fa WTV percentage obi kan percentage dey breast societies dey or how the bread won
Wesley Towers
Wesley Towers WT Wesley Towers no na pressure dey aba small societies em say nipa be mienu anam yensa kra na aka ho asem ne ebe kan say wo mu say sikasem dey ya na edin na nia ye assurance ye man crofo ne say si ye nyina emia ye ho na nka yetumi atua eka efa edan no ho na anka benefits ye benya no ye bebre nia o ka say say ye enjoy no ansa ne betumi enjoy no gise ye tua ka awie ansa ne ho beba mfaso no gise ye tua ho ka na awie ye tua ho ka ne wie dia sika beba mu bia no ye mfa nkotua ka ye de koye nyame adwuma no kwasem ne se Wesley Towers beboa ma asor bebre ya boa MDF no boa de ye ba MDF aboa asor bebre omo chapels ye mo so ne ye mfi ase manses ayesi ni nyina fi MDF Methodist Development Fund mu any head office funds ka ho ni asisi saa ne ma nyina nti se ye boa ma ye tumi ye mia ye ho tumi tua ho kana sika bi e be fi mu aba no say dwuben ya na ye de beye ye sisi da in fact ye hu say ye wa sorry bebre wo ho beye over 1200 1300 churches wo mu ni asori dan sisi ye ka say nti there is an infrastructural gap ye no ye pese address na ye butai ba ko ne say ka Wesley Towers yi efi en konso a sike be fi mu no ye betumi de aboa sa mpuntudwuma no ma enkofo bebre anya baabi a omso esanzo muni baabi a omso nti obehwe na omokọ asori foforo bi a omo asori dan ni nyina ha adwen nti yenso ya ha ye pa nti si ye mia ye ho se ye betumi ayi kanafio kanimfi wa ye ntumi enyeska san fanko ye sa mpuntudwuma na ho beba mfaso amaye no ye njai se ye beboa asori ye gusu boa ibin bra ye tua kai ye boa aso ebianse ye si dan wo na lerego chapel yi ye hospital ye mchese ye niema bebre nkofo nim but that is bia nya ho mfaso epen ana omugusu nya ho mfaso that is bia ba kokura ni ho a obetumi akase onya asori ho mfaso efa chapels ni manses ni schools ho eyi debi bia ni ho sa bia nya na emo no ye mmomodin se nyina 50% de atwam ye no atwam se wan ya ye na fa osika bra but se wa ye dada de a atwam ni aye kan se 400 Ghana cedis obi atumi tua 400 a nke hwe ye dodo no kra ya teso beye ya chemu beye miensa ye dodo no ya chem beye miensa na nan ni afa baako se ye mfa ye target se obi asa nipa no ya chemu nan no se obi atua 400 anka ye ka no nke betumi atua eno na ye pre hu sisi se obi ayire no ho fa
station ni asofo hu ye de ne
station aso eno so ye guso ye yesa na ye doso ena societies omuhi asofo no so doso sin asofo ayewo enti no eya na obeka se obi dia wache wa ha na se ha na de ne ko ana se bibisa na de bia ye ka se bebi a ye hia pa no ena ye de wo ko sa ne ye principle no ne ye bomodin se omo ye de won ko difficult places no so say you are yet to say ukọ north na say Afarley place afi say kofo na omo ye adwuma the past 3 to 4 years na ye do won bo south ni nyina ye hwe ba bi ye do won eto say yen san fa won ko chiri baby ana baby a ho nso san ye din wa fi baby e din ni asan de ne ko baby e din no de wo ya adwene so pa na ye dose na ye needs ne nso dose no nti ye ntumi meet all the needs nti no na akoye se ebinumu de ye gya wo ma ahyem but ye bomodin pa se station ye behwe sa de na enkofo a omo difficult places ye do aba na fe so enye no kwa omo difficult places ye ma incentive nti no say bia me mate ye de ne ko se bio ye de ne ko baby e din ti se donko kroma na se 𝗦𝗦𝗍𝗶 baby a ye salary ne ye 2000 but no ye besa man bia kan man 500 and the last time I tell na ye ma obia extra 500 e kan the salary one more sa important ho no so inti no ye try say ye betre na akọ baby a din apart from north no baby din bebre wo that's be anti ye hwe nkofo call no say once you betima am sa a little incentive na fe so omoma so mbeko school ewo down south baby a ho se bi o say ho America na asoro so aboa won school to ya me kai say so for be e de ko don kokro me ye bishop no na etua ne school fees secondary school fees nyina from the diocese oh nti asoro so yes e de ma nipa bi enye won nyina na ye but ye bi afa nti ye guso me gidi say bia ye sikasem no kwa anim na tawasi ho kanet beto ye chia ye kwa ye anim no ye betuma ye nema akase bebre nti no nia meka efa
I think say basically
basically nti ye betuma say society without man what helped to this and so on now who are qualified to be presiding bishop
yes o say din bi wo ho a ye mfa ntudwa na mo nhya se mo pa
ye ni din bia mo mompa ye na emo no constitution is specify omo ye qualified say obia oye method software ya ordain no 20 years after ordination 20 years after ordination no oye qualified say obeye presiding bishop inti sa na ewo constitution inti no baby a wo bia no utubi hu asofo a we qualify already more than 20 years after ordination and yeah after commissioning after ordination oh obia otisa na ye qualify by constitution
this is say no GPC emfa din bia to say we no na so bia enka say din mienu miensa na ya ye do ekoni conference akoto so aba
so there will be one adwene bia na adwene but ye need din bia sa na constitution say clear say ye proud nominations ansa na ya conference nti ye do conference na ye bisa question say presiding bishop ote akonya wadi mfie say na ma ansa say wadi mfie nsia nebre aso ese ye pay nipa foforo esi na nem ne ye beto aba nti o ma direction na yesi trudin ba ko a ofo say ese oye presiding bishop nti ya nem sipo e beba conference obi abe trudin ba ne akan ni nyina obi a obenya 50% plus 1 ana say be bru 50% no na say nipa no ena o ye de no aye na teze ye nyina agya tum se ono be ye presiding se ko ba se nipa mienu boss no obi anya
50
plus 1 na then the two highest vote na ye nya no ye besa to on so aba simple majority nya obenya dodo no ono na ye nyina ya dwene asi so say we inti qualified people bebre
India 100
ye mompa ye say nyame be maye
amazing so for in 30 seconds what is the way forward for Osofo Bossman after 6 years wahomie ewo 120 position after here oneness for you
oh well sa question no dear Niameka a simple answer and they say whatever the church has in store for me that's what I do because fi ashaze me ndi say me be di bishop mbo me ba say me di sofo na me di ahwe asori mani ade so so ho mo hu awrade yie mo nyi awrade mu enti no say nyame ayemadom bebre which I'm very appreciative for that's the feeling I have say I'm grateful to the Lord for giving me the opportunity to serve at various places. Say bishop, admin bishop. Intino baby conference beka se menko so meko.
Okay.
I don't have any idea apart from what the will of God is say. Minko ye ejuma minko twaso na minko twaso eno na ye be.
All right, thank you so much into so boss man say only the rade emre enenepe na eyeho the conference of the Methodist Church beka say wonyo no ono nwobeyo wontimi mpusu niti de biarda. Dear friends, we have been looking at the era of the Most Reverend Paul 𝗟𝗍𝗲 and the Secretary of Secretary of Conference, okay. Secretary of Secretary of Conference, now Administrative Bishop. And inyuma omaba beye afe ni ebisa no so kra no brabo kakra wa ba bebo software dwuma awrade afre ni de wetimi de na brabo. It's been a rather stimulating, interesting conversation. Samre papa onyuma bebre yemre no so aye emre nti ebeja ne kwan na afi wakohwe ne ese woyo yebeto aso de ye ni wie ye kra afi ne ebeje mre ne akọ WhatsApp on social media, then we can finally say a goodbye to you. This segment is proudly sponsored by the Christian Service University. Thank you.
Christian Service University, a fully chartered private university in Ghana, is inviting applications for admission. Undergraduate programs include BSc Nursing and Midwifery, Computer Science, Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration, BA Communication Studies, Planning and Social Development, and Theology with Administration. Postgraduate programs include MSc in Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, Corporate Planning and Governance. We have MA MPhil Communication Studies, MA Christian Ministry with Management, Event Management, MPhil English and Mathematics Education. With quality, faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, we blend academic work with entrepreneurial mindset in all our programs. For more information, please call 0246 275375, 0240-154825, or 0244-596603, or visit our website www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU is located at Odeneho Kwadaso on the Kumasi Obuasi Road, 100 meters off Star Junction. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa.
And to make him better known. That's
num near DJ collection, we know Anna your DJ collection. All right, let's go straight away to what's up on social media.
What's up on social media? Emre aso say you beko millennials any Gen Z one no major some anything that is where we bring you the trends, that is where people follow, that is where people share posts, and that is where people comment on all sort of things. And so yanko X yebenya trends no yade ebebro entino. We have how akumsen trending, Kaswa is trending together with and intino Godfrey Dame and Japa trends no. It is related. Nina Efa ambulance case no home. Blacko Mahama Nina it is trending into Otamufona. Go straight to X and go and find out why all these are trending. Men trend na me share Rachel na men ka say Rachel. What is trending? Debbie, me feel and intino yen sanso enko either Facebook or Instagram. There's a post that was shared there. Intino gospel hypers. This is actually a video that you should go and watch. Uko Instagram gospel hypers for page. Yes, say mothers are fond of doing something. Omomba adano. In the middle of the night, they go and then they lay hands on them and pray for them. Other children says they are not comfortable with it. They don't like it. Others also say they like it. And we to know this gentleman right here or say or no dear wada we do light and ni mami bora honoma waso light no wabo empire aman gidi and into know say or no dear neni enje home. But others like it into no yenko comment section no yenko share Jane amount for a can fa. I am Sharon or say I already know I would do this to my children. And yeah, Sharon, more grease to your elbow. Praise Benjamin or say she forget to give him anointing oil. Okay, Rav Benz or say God bless our mothers. Amen. True, God bless our mothers indeed. There's another comment if there are any more comments. Okay, young go straight to Electoral Commission for one Facebook page. They are educating the public, and so we thought it wise to let you know how you can make sure say ballot sheets no will not become invalid on 7 December when you go and vote. You can say your ballot sheet no will not be rejected. Into Oma explaining na ewo fefe ya na wako Electoral Commission for one Facebook page na wako share, especially the first time voters. You should go and look out for that. Now people are encouraging the Electoral Commission to continue with this anti-comment session. Shadrach say it's a good initiative, and Yakubu or non so say it's very good. Looking at rejected ballots every election is so annoying. Great initiative. Enti also eyana wako Electoral Commission for page na wakako sia adiebaku minu ewo. On that note, let's take a look at the video of the day.
Imagine you be disturbing the full compound with your cry. I don't even know what is even making you to cry. You are listening and see maybe you will not cry after this minute. You are so focused now. You see, you will take you. You don't talk. I'm not talking. I'm talking. Don't talk. When I'm talking, don't pay. I don't want to hear because your cry has been disturbing me from bathroom. Now I go to this place. I saw that nothing is happening to you. Huh? You just decide to be crying. I want you. You sit on your own. You drink on your own. You eat on your own. You suck on your own. Everybody does their thing on their own. I do my thing on my own. Don't disturb me with your own. Do you hear me? Don't disturb your mama. Don't disturb me, your father. Otherwise, go and always watch your cartoon. Don't do what you're looking. If I leave now, you still go and cry. No, you have to.
All right. And kwala ya mamu wone pa. Dear ye papa no ye mamu. Mu disturb ye. Edu say ye ya dia no mo ni tuo mo ni mo ye mo dia ye mfa ya no entum. Mu didi mu no mu fu
in shock.
Mo num no fu amonum. Afi ye papa no so ye dia no mo so mo hwem. Mepacho, we are warning all our children, stay away from our business. All right, so that is an extension of a father's anger on children. As a wonderful video. Daddy, what are you saying? All righty. Yeah, mama munyina one. Yeah, mama mushu. All right, to the brighter side of this morning, our birthdays.
All right, and so happy birthday to you, 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗘𝗏 the 10th. May you live long with wisdom and prosperity. From your cameraman Theophilus, wishing you 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗏𝗏 happy birthday to you. Nimanche, enjoy your day to the fullest. Happy birthday to you. A fantabulous happy birthday to our sister Georgina W. Rabbles, council chairman for Dansoman. We don't exactly know the council chairman, but all the way happy birthday to you, Georgina. Enjoy your day to the fullest.
Happy birthday, a fantabulous happy birthday goes to our sister 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗏𝗏, council chairman for Accra Newtown, and this message is coming from Mr. Ifa Dennis Alpha Royal, or wish you a very happy birthday. Wedding anniversary,
beautiful.
happy 25th wedding anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. 𝗟𝗍𝗏𝗏 of the Gethsemane Methodist Church, Mamprobi. May the next 25 years be full of greatness, successes, and higher heights. And this is coming from our own Prince Atta to you. Always happy wedding anniversary.
Evangelist Mr. Maxwell Isel, happy anniversary to you. We hope that Sunday be a party. Nice one. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, also your party now. You're ready. I shall.
And we tina suffer original party, no, the connectional party, no.
All right. So it is official. The birthday of our brother Emmanuel Bossman, the connectional photographer.
Yes.
But it's a year party. Now party. Party no so venue no so admin bishop efie ni party no enti me party obi angati obi ama but baby obi we are coming, just make sure say we are coming. And so happy birthday to our brother in advance. God bless you. Yeah, Monday you bet chire pa na ya your photo come near our show. God bless you.
It's not Thursday.
Oh, we still have,
yes,
set me remember.
Okay.
Monday and I'm
Monday now.
All right, tomorrow I am coming over to 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 Kumasi, and so all 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 team members, headmaster Osofo Van Dyke, and my colleague Osofo Sami Asante Glover. I am coming to Kumasi this evening, and I have my class taught tomorrow in the morning. In the meantime, we want to thank our sponsors for what they do for us. Downwell, Methodist University, MIPL, Multi-Credit, KFK Foods, Barbarella Clothing, Peptest Institute, Afi ne kra no, Wesleyan do for any affair so Christian Service Invest Mokan home and more boy. Sankofa for count. All right. It's not say you fat Sankofa for so encounter. It's the Sankofa for you move you. We are so grateful for all you do for us. All right, to our cherished viewers, we are so happy say and net money Atna Anope. So it's already past thing. I want to say goodbye to you. From me, Osofo Adzika Agbamanya Vincent.
I told me this now.
Rachel Mercia Hen. Enjoy your day.
It's a goodbye.
Bye.